Today I want to talk about a topic that has completely changed the way I think about physical therapy. First off, if you haven't seen any of the video series, I'm Phillip Mitchell. I'm one of the holistic physical therapists here at Mitchell Holistic Health, and we're doing a fall movement series. And up to this point, if you've watched the videos, you've seen me give tips on different exercises, different types of movements, different principles of movement. But today, I really want to talk about the role of inflammation. And it's so important that although it's not a movement, I feel like I just have to put it in the series uh, because it has really been the secret to unlocking some of those difficult cases that just don't seem to be getting better. So I want to talk about three things in this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is, what are the signs that you have a lot of inflammation? Two, why do you have the inflammation and what is going on that's causing that? And three, what can I do about it? Or what can I do to lower my inflammation? So let's start with the first one. So the first one is, what are the symptoms that I might have that point to possibly being inflammation? And honestly, just understanding inflammation and the symptoms, uh, it can be difficult because these are the people who just easily get injured. These are the people who are just constantly playing whack-a-mole. Like you have elbow pain, then you have shoulder pain, you have knee pain, ankle pain. Uh, you just can't seem to ever like fully get out of pain, or some itis just keeps popping up. And so one of the things that I hear right away when that's someone's history here in physical therapy is that there's definitely inflammation involved. So if you're not a quick healer or anything like that, I really want you to pay attention, because the stuff that we're about to talk about could significantly change the trajectory of just your overall health, and just how quickly you can get over some illnesses and just different injuries that you're constantly dealing with. So let's jump into, why do I have inflammation? So I'm going to say very general. There's obviously multiple reasons why people have inflammation. I'm going to talk about the leaky gut theory, because I probably shouldn't even call it a theory. It's what's going on. There's thousands of research articles out there talking about leaky gut. So just plain and simple, what leaky gut is in our gut barrier, in our gut wall, when we take in food, our body's supposed to let in the good stuff and it's supposed to block the bad stuff. And then we get rid of the stuff that our body doesn't need. The problem is when we eat certain foods or we're exposed to different toxins, when we have high levels of stress, a lot of things, the junctions in our gut, instead of being closed, they can open up. And so what that does is that allows things that should never be in your bloodstream to start pouring into the body. Uh, and these are things that your immune system is supposed to go attack, because it's not used to seeing medications that are in your water that you're drinking getting to your bloodstream. So when you have all these things in your bloodstream, it triggers an immune response. So your body is trying to attack these invaders, and it sees those as an issue. So it mounts an immune response, and bam, you have inflammation from that. The problem is when this keeps going every day for months, for years, it leads to chronic inflammation and can lead to pretty much any of the illnesses that we have. Autoimmune disease is rampant right now. And so that has to do with leaky gut and has to do with the overactive immune system. So, you know, the biggest thing that we need to do is we need to figure out how can we close the junctions in our gut and fortify our gut. We need to repopulate the good gut flora. And then we also need to, stop the things that are in our body that aren't supposed to be there. And then one of the ways we do that is we need to detoxify our body. So, and so from here, we're thinking like, what are some of the things I can do to get rid of inflammation? The two main things that I want to talk about are probably the two main ones that I would say in general is we have to detox. As I just said, we have to do things like sweat, saunas. There's different liver flushes, a bunch of different things out there that you can do to help support your liver health. Because a lot of times, we just have a sluggish liver. So all these toxins that we're taking in, our liver's not, it's so backed up that it can't flush all these toxins out. And that can lead to just widespread inflammation throughout the body. The second thing is diet. Now, this is one of the things that we really, really focus on here at Mitchell Holistic Health, because we just have seen in our own life how it's changed our health, but we also see every day how just eating whole foods, and thinking that food is medicine, how it completely changes your inflammation and just your overall health. So There's a few foods that we find that most people just can't do very well, and that's gluten, dairy, and soy. Obviously, sugar is not good for you. Other people might have specific foods that they can't eat, and they know that are triggers for them. But I would just start with the big three, and then go from there. Or four, I guess, if you want to add sugar in there. Because what that's going to do is that's going to help fortify your gut. Because when we eat some of these substances, uh, or different foods, then it just opens up those junctions, and then we're just playing the game. So we're on this spin wheel, or hamster wheel here, that we just stay in that cycle of inflammation. And so obviously to break it, we have to stop putting food in there that's going to cause our body to mount an immune response. So yeah, those are the three things. Uh, those are the three things I want to talk about with inflammation. Honestly, if inflammation and just dealing with your diet, and you think that, I can just move my way out of it, and you've tried to do that by going to the gym regularly and you just haven't seen success with that, I would highly suggest look at changing your diet. If you just do it for a month or two, just do like a basic elimination diet, take away the foods that we talked about, eat whole foods as much as possible. Uh, then you might see that a lot of those aches and pains that you're constantly dealing with seem to go away. So, uh, yeah, this was our last video series. This is the last video in the fall movement series. I've really enjoyed talking about all the different principles of movement. I hope I've given you some different exercises that you can work on. And two, especially with this video, I just hope I've given you a few tips and some things that you can take today that you can go home and start implementing, to see if you can, finally get over that illness, or finally get over that injury that you just haven't been able to get over. Because I guarantee you, inflammation is playing a role in it. So if you need more one-on-one help and you've tried some of this stuff, but you're just not getting to the root of it, and you feel like you need a little bit more support, we're more than happy to see you here. That's what we do every day. We just go a little bit deeper and try to find the root cause here at Mitchell Holistic Health. So give us a call, and we'd love to chat.